All right, Assassins, it's time that we talked about this whole Assassin's Creed Unity lack of female character selection E3 thing that has happened. The trailer was freaking great. You know, everything on the inside of the buildings looked good, everything on the outside looked good, and when we started to see the extra characters come in and realize that we were going to be able to share the campaign with friends, I was just on cloud nine. I mean, that scene with the flagpoles was one of my favorites. And don't even get me started on the interior of this building. When they panned into this dome, I'm pretty sure I actually wept. But just as soon as we get excited about things, there's always somebody trying to pee on the parade, right? But this year, it was a pretty big deal. It's the fact that there's a four-player co-op and no female character selection. The internet erupted in furor as soon as this news hit. I was certainly one of them. And I actually tweeted to Ubisoft and one of the community developers and said that I was pissed off. I used those words. And they answered me. I have invited him to come and check out this video and look at feedback from my group of assassins. I've only got 500 subscribers, but my last two Assassin's Creed videos had 20,000 views combined, just about. I think I'm up to like 18,000 now. And that's a pretty good spread, so I hope everybody joins the conversation. I want us to stay focused on just the multiplayer, cooperative, female character selection issue. I don't want to talk about anything else in the feedback here. I know that there are concerns about overall diversity with the protagonists, but that's not the subject I want to address here. So try to keep it reined in on that. And please be nice, because at the end of the day, you know, everybody that works at that company is just trying to do their job. So just to make this quick, they basically said to put the female character animations and graphics, you know, everything that goes into that character model into the game, it just became too much work. This is quoted from a Polygon interview. I will link in the description, but this is, you know, basically what was said. And, you know, pretty quickly after that, there were other game devs that were weighing in on Twitter and other social networking sites about how this is really only a couple of days' work and other snarky remarks. The reply from Ubisoft so far has been that no matter what you're playing, whether it's co-op or single-player campaign, you are going to be in control of Arno, the main character. So here's my 2 cents. As far as the 4 people, they're all male thing, people have said, well, maybe this is an all-male order. Even if they are part of an all-male order, there's a very large female rights movement in this time period in France. And if they really need inspiration for a woman who wants to fight in a male-only order, they don't really need to go very far. And as far as the work goes, I want to give you a little tidbit about myself so you understand where I'm coming from with my opinion on a couple of days' work or whatever the scope is on putting that female character animation in there. I've been a professional erotica and pinup photographer for more than 10 years now, and my target market is most decidedly female. But occasionally I do get a man that comes through that wants his picture taken. When that happens, I have to use different lighting. I have to edit differently. I have to hire a bodyguard. My husband hates it, and it's just more uncomfortable for me. But it's a simple decision. It has to be done. I will not exclude anyone from my business. Exclusion of 50% of your potential market is a bad idea, and it's bad public relations. And bad PR is bad for profit. You know, it's really, really simple. As someone who has been a fan of this series from the beginning, as a woman, as an adult, as a college-educated business owner, I found it very offensive on so many levels that they would just sit there and say that a couple of days is too much extra work for them for this video game, because I just know that they're capable of doing it. You know, I'm not a feminist and I'm not a sensitive person, but it actually hurt my feelings. And I'm not alone. You know, something that we have come to expect from these video games has now been eliminated from these video games, and I don't like that, you know. I realize that they're giving us a magnificent environment to play in. I realize that they're giving us co-op. But if you're talking about assets and animations and how much work is going into it, I can't take from them the excuse that that's too much work after they gave us numerous female characters in every multiplayer scenario since Brotherhood with their own custom clothing, weapons, and animations, voicing, everything. We're not asking for them to put in 5 or 6 separate characters with 8 different outfits for each one and all of that. We're asking for one. All we need is one single female option. And this whole thing that you're going to play as Arno anyway just doesn't fly for me. If that's the case, then why put the other 3 characters in there in the first place? They're obviously customizable, so it's an avatar for you. And I think that, on the basic human level, the binary, of our species, there's male, there's female, and I really just think that should be an option. If it had never been an option before, it might not be such a problem for me, but it was. If it's too late to include it on the disc, then patch it on day one. Put it in the game and be done with it. The mess has been made. I think they just need to clean it up that way. I don't think that giving us any more reasoning is really going to work at this point. So that's my 2 cents. It's your turn. I want to know how you feel about it. Drop a comment, and hopefully Ubisoft will come by and check out the feedback. Hopefully it will make a difference. When you do leave a comment, don't just say I'm pissed off and leave it at that. Leave something that will leave an impression on them if they do come back and read your feedback. Let them know if this is affecting your purchasing decision for Unity. Maybe it's affecting your purchasing decisions for Ubisoft titles in general. If you have some kind of awesome suggestions for solutions, feel free to leave those there too. Let's leave some constructive criticism if you have it. Hey, if you don't care, feel free to say you don't care. If you fully support Ubisoft, don't be afraid to say that either. I don't want anybody fighting with people that are on the other side of this argument. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I do want everybody to leave one. After you've left your comment, please share the video, stick it on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, wherever you want to throw it. I'm not monetizing this. I'm not in it for that. I really, really just want to get some feedback to Ubisoft if they're going to come and look at it. So let's make that happen. I know we've got the capability with my little 500 subscriber group of assassins that, we've got some reach. We've made it happen before, so let's do that again and join the conversation. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.